Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This Is Football. Welcome to another transfer show, ladies and gentlemen. Today's topic is 100% Liverpool related because Liverpool have been doing the absolute madness over these last 48 hours. There's so much going on. There's so much for us to talk about. We're going to be talking Liverpool Football Club's captain, Gerrard Henderson. We're going to be talking about Fabinho getting that Al-Ittihad offer from Saudi Arabia, and we might even be touching on Levi Colwill. There's so many different topics to be talking about. Everyone watching us right now, first of all, big up to the Carefree Lewis for the raid. Big up to Lewis, my guy. 150 people are in here already. You guys ain't new here. We ain't even started yet. Slap the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. I want to see a minimum 100 likes. Today's video is very important. The captain's off to Al Ettifaq. Our only experienced left midfielder looks like he might be off to Al Ittihad as well. So there's so many different things to be speaking about. So as I said, slap the like, subscribe, Habibis. And we're going to introduce today's panelists. First of all, he always makes sacrifices for the channel. And today, on a special occasion for him, it's actually his 19th birthday. So help me introduce this guy by wishing him a massive happy birthday to my brother, the man that thinks he's carrying the channel by all his dunk on his head top. Man like Thomas Little has joined us. How are you doing, bro?
What happened to the nice intros?
Hey, the other guy I'm going to introduce way worse than you, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you're lucky you got a nice intro. Can you tell
if that's nice, I dread to think what Monta's gonna get.
Yeah, can you tell people hi at least? Can you tell them like? Can you tell them subscribe? Give me something.
I never tell them that stuff anyway. They should know what to do already.
Unbelievable, Jeff. Big up to Ryan who says, big up my brothers, we may be free soon, no more. He brings leadership and experience. I think we need to accept the bid for Fabinho as well. Ryan, we're gonna discuss that in a second. This is the entire thing of today's video. There's so much to talk about. So thank you, Ryan, for the super chat. Our MVP, big up to you. W once again for Ryan. Thank you, Habibi. And this is the topic. Your super chat is today's topic. So stick around, Habibi. And of course, last but not least, finally taking some time off, from all his endeavors to join little lowly This Is Football. We hope that he isn't going to spend 55 minutes of today's hour on his phone and he's actually going to be focused with us, speaking on important topics instead of speaking to random gal. And we have to tell him, hold that for two different things. Hold that because Jamaica lost to Mexico, and another hold that because Jamaica lost to Jordan. So Jordan would have reached the final of the Gold Cup, and they wouldn't have. Joining us, of course, is the icon himself, man like Mons. How you doing, bro?
You're a bit of a weirdo, innit? Man brought up Jamaica. Allow me. You don't knock out in the semi-final. Yeah, man, we got put in our place, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we're here. Obviously, I'm here to address the Henderson stuff, the Fabinho stuff. I've got some strong opinions ready to go, man. So it's good to be here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Only going to be my 100th stream talking about this in the next 3 days. Because this news is just...
Did you really clap back on the back again?
You said that?
I'm going to go watch back again then.
What?
Okay.
I'll never do that.
I want to see what happened. I want to see. Big up to Jiri as well. Anyway... Big up you guys, man. Listen, 250 people here. We're going to get to talking about the Liverpool topics, so get involved in the comments. Big up to Ryan for the super chat. Special shout out for him. Everyone else, please do continue to like the video, continue to subscribe. And YouTube's telling me that you're sharing the videos at incredible rates as well, so continue to hit that share button. Share it everywhere. Share this video everywhere. Anything Mark Zuckerberg owns, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Threads, anything Elon Musk owns, whichever application you want to use, share this on this application. Love you all. And yeah, let's get into it. First of all, two topics. Let's just start. Hey, the people already know. Two topics. Let's just start with it. Henderson apparently accepting this whole Al Ettifaq offer. And then you've got Fabinho, who it looks like is probably going to be ending up going to Al Ittihad because we are going to get offered 40 million. I asked my guy, is this news true regarding Fabinho? And he said, yes, it's true. Like,
obviously, it's true. Ornstein dropped it.
no, but I said it before, Ornstein. Come on, Tom, don't disrespect my legacy like that.
When did you say it?
Yesterday.
On our stream yesterday, you said tomorrow Fabinho's going to be the subject.
It was a late night space.
A late night space, right? Yeah. Do we have any, witnesses of this late night space?
Yeah,
in the chat with us.
Carty from the comments heard me say.
I'm not. I just need proof that
Okay, Carty heard me.
Transfer guru is here.
Tom looks hungover from celebrating his birthday from the last 3 months. 3 months in a row.
This needs to stop
now. Months, welcome. Shashan Sam, nice. Good to see you. Good days ahead, my brother. Big up to you, Habibi, man. Big up to you, Qusay. Shout out to you. All the way from Palestine. Habib Albi, wallahi. Thank you, Qusay. Big up for the super chat. What do you call Mons and Casson back again? I called them Funaki and Tajiri. So I'm interested to see what they clap back today. I think the only smart clap back, because I'm a bit big in it, was to call me the Big Show. I'm hoping they called me the Big Show, because he had so many turns as well. He was like a heel and then a face. It would make sense to call me the Big Show, but we will see what they called me. I hope they don't call me Jamie Noble or something. So big up Clay, man. So let's get to it. As I said, Fabinho, Henderson. Monta, I want to hear your opinion first. Go
on. It's again, I just got a bone to pick with the whole fan base. Like, I just think it's hilarious that not you, obviously, I know, Sam, you're throwing a leaving party. Tom, I'm not really sure where you stand at the moment, but I know that so many of the fan base are kind of just on this whole, wait a minute, Henderson's actually leaving now. He actually does have a lot of experience. There are actually captain qualities that we might need. And there's all this backtracking. I'm seeing so much backtracking on the TL, celebrating, hailing Jordan Henderson. I'm just like, didn't you guys want him out the club like the other day? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Listen, I've been critical of Jordan Henderson, but I still stick by the fact that I'm happy to let him play against Mulder and them, man, for half an hour / 45 minutes. I'm happy to let him do that and play the James Milner role at the club. Fabinho, I'm gonna be real as well. The fact that he's been linked to a move away, Thiago has also been linked to a move away. Hey, I've got to keep it 100. We can't be losing all 3 of them. I'm not even trying to lose 2 of them. One of them can go. I'm not trying to lose all 3 of them, because if you look past our midfield, you have Szoboszlai, you have Mac 10, and then everyone else is just crap and meaty. That's as simple as that. Yeah, and then to take away the experience behind it, I don't care who we bring in, like, unless we're bringing in, again, I like my DMs mature. Take that in whatever way you want to take it. I need my DMs to be mature, older and experienced. They need to know their way around the pitch. Yeah. So Jordan Henderson, whether he goes or not, I'm not really too fussed with, to be honest. I'll probably lean towards him staying at the club so we can kind of nurture and again use that sort of guidance and experience, because of course we've lost James Milner, we've lost the vice captain. So if we lose no captain, I'm not really with this. We've got the captain of Hungary, the captain of Scotland, the captain of Netherlands. First of all, the captain of Netherlands is crap as a captain. Man, that's not a good captain. Let's just be honest with that. Let's be honest with ourselves. Robbo, I wouldn't mind seeing as a captain. Szoboszlai is 22, don't even think about it. And in terms of experience around the pitch, we're just left with Salah and Mo. Salah, Ali and Mo, sorry. Ali. But yeah, so it's just like, what are we doing here? I'm not willing to sell all 3. I know Klopp said we're going to have a midfield haul, but to lose 6, man, that's a bit mad. That is a bit mad. Again, if I'm going to sell anyone, the first guy I'm selling is Fabinho. Keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. Yeah, you remove yourself from this. Remove yourself. Fabinho is 39, but obviously other clubs still think he's 29. So if I see 40 million, if I see 50 million for Fabinho, and we keep Henderson as a squad player, and we keep Thiago, and we bring in another DM, like a good DM, like a Ugarte, again, like a Amrabat, like
Ugarte's gone.
But I'm saying that type of player, like an Amrabat, like a Paulinho, any of those guys, hey, I'm not complaining. If you get rid of Jordan Henderson, keep Fabinho, keep Thiago. I'm not too fussed with that either. I'd like to see maybe another right centre mid, or maybe still another 6. I'm not too fussed. But yeah, either Henderson or Fabinho. I'm not trying to have Henderson and Fabinho both leave the club. So
interesting. I mean, I'm all for it. If both of them go, both of them go. I don't think we're going to see this money again for Fabinho. And for a club that operates on sell to buy, I look at that and go, you take that money and you run. You take that money and you run. And you know what? We might look back at it in a year's time and go, oh, well, it was only a blip for Fabinho. But if we buy the right players, I'm not asked because we should have bought better. With Henderson, do I understand? Yeah, I get the logic behind the point of it. I don't want to lose all the leaders at one point. But then I also suggest that in the past, when it's come time to refresh leadership at this club, it's normally went well. And I think Jordan Henderson's been captain of this football club now for going on 8 years now.
The captain.
Yeah, he's been captain of this club for 8 years now, Jordan Henderson. Maybe it is time for a refresh. You know, he gets to go and sort himself out, go live lavishly in Saudi. We get to have a refresh. And like you said, Van Dijk, he hasn't been the best captain for Netherlands. Maybe we don't have as many leaders in the dressing room as you know, that in your opinion. For me, I just sit there and go, certain players might benefit and step up a level if they're given the responsibility. And I hark back to what happened with Sami Hyypiä and Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard was a good footballer. When he got that captain's armband, that man stepped up to a level that we hadn't seen and maintained that level while he was captain of this football club. The captain's armband is such a big thing at this club. And I think if it went to like a Trent or an Alisson's my choice, but if it went to like a Trent or a Salah or a Robertson or maybe even a Van Dijk, you know, it could bring out the levels that we expect of these players. And for me, I look at this window as an opportunity to nail my midfield rebuild 100%. So if I sell both Fabinho and Henderson this window, I'm bringing in 3 players. I'm bringing in Lavia, I'm bringing in Thuram, and I'm bringing in Kone. £105 million, I reckon that'll cost. You're making 50, 60 off Hendo and Fab.
Yeah, you got think Kone Thuram train is still choo-chooing?
I think that's what we should do. What we will do is completely different. I don't know what's going to happen there, but what I think we should do is get them 3 in, because you nail all 3 of them in, all of a sudden you're looking at some ridiculously good depth. You're looking at left central midfield, McAllister, Jones, Thiago, right central midfield, Szoboszlai, Thuram, DM, Lavia, Kone, Bajcetic. That's midfield depth that is ready for the next 5 years.
Sorry, before I went, what did I hear? Monts actually doing Hendo prop and saying we should keep Henderson.
No, I said I don't mind if we keep Henderson. I said I'm not really asked if he leaves or goes. I said I probably lean to the side of keeping him around the squad. But it doesn't really bother me, to be fair. Like I said, Sam, you could have your opinion. All I'm saying is I don't really.
You're wrong, though. Objectively, you're wrong.
All right, listen. No, I'm not wrong. This is my opinion. At the end of the day, if Henderson,
did you actually say this on the back again as well? You were like, I want to keep him.
You're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say I want to keep him. I'm saying I don't mind keeping Henderson because, again, in terms of experience and leadership, we might need that off the pitch if we lose the rest of the guys. Especially Fabinho is 39 and people still think he's 29. Am I selling Henderson for 10 mil? And he can go earn his money, or am I selling Fabinho for 40 mil? I'm selling Fabinho.
Do you think, though, now, Mons, that it's clear that Henderson's...
Because Fabinho offers me something. Henderson offers me nothing on the pitch.
No, Sam, the question I have for Mons is the idea now that Henderson's accepted the offer. He wants to move to Al Ettifaq or whatever it is. Do you not think that people in the dressing room, then, there might be a bit of a loss of authority because they go, you don't really want to be here? You're not fully committed to what we want to do here because you wanted to go and chase your bag.
I think they're looking at it going 700k. Fucking hell, captain. Hey, make a bro. That's what I think. That's what I think they're saying. You think they're sitting there going, "Oh, captain, you sure you're gonna question? 700 bags."
No, I'm sure they're thinking like that. But if he was if that move was to not happen, surely there'll be doubts in players' mind going, well, are you 100% committed to this football club? Are you the man I want leading us forward? And let's bear in mind, is he actually going to accept the role he's going to get next year?
Which is seventh choice.
Exactly, is he going to throw his toys out the pram? Because it's all well and good being a good leader, but if you're throwing your toys out the pram because you're not playing enough, that's not great leadership.
Is he throwing?
And once before you rebuttal, here's the thing. Let me tell you why you're logically wrong. I'll just use logic. One second. Can I tell you why you're wrong? Let me tell you why you're wrong, and then you can rebuttal. I promise.
All right.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. We've got Szoboszlai, McAllister, Thiago, Fabinho if he stays, Lavia,
Who said Fabinho staying? Who said he's staying?
Chill.
Keep the same logic.
Okay, no problem. Let's remove Fabinho. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Thiago, Lavia, Bajcetic, Jones. Those 6 are objectively, forget agendas, ahead of him in the pecking order. So you've got 6 midfielders that are objectively ahead of him in the pecking order. Is it smart business-wise to keep a guy, pay him 140 grand a week, one of the highest earners in the squad, to be 7th choice midfielder? He will not get any minutes, which will make him upset as well. That's another thing.
You're again loopholes. He's not 7th choice. You know Klopp has favourites. He's not going to be 7th choice. He's going to be 4th or 5th. You know this. He's above Bajcetic, believe it or not. You know that.
I know we don't know that because Bajcetic when he was fit started. Let's not change history.
All right, but again, the bar was on the floor and the midfield stank like shit. So no, that's why
it stank like shit because of who?
Oh, bro, no one here is saying Henderson's a good footballer, bro. No one here.
Okay, so you want him to be paid 140 grand a week to be 7th choice? Just sit.
No, he's not. But he's not 7th choice. He's not 7th choice. How about this? He's in contention. If he's fit, he's in contention to start along with Fabinho and Jones when this season starts. We go to Chelsea at the Bridge. Be realistic. The new boys are not walking into this team day one. Football is not played on paper, and this is not Football Manager. We know our manager. Jurgen Klopp is going to go with what he knows and then embed them the way he can.
Yeah, but Salah started game one.
I'm not
Salah started game one.
This, hey, you might are acting like this is FIFA.
No, but once Salah started game one,
man.
Not you, Tom.
I've been completely justified throughout this whole thing.
Not you, Tom. Not you. Hassan is moving like this is FIFA and Football Manager.
I don't play FIFA or Football Manager. You play FIFA. I don't. I'm not moving like it's anything. I'm saying the guy that's not good enough on the pitch, get rid of him. I agree with one part of what you're saying. I'm saying I don't want to get rid of both because I want experience around, but I'd rather to keep Fabinho because Fabinho can offer me something at least. That's the thing. I think there's also something called losing too many players.
If I see 40 mil plus, maybe I'd edge to 50 mil. See you later.
But yet you want to keep.
You think we're seeing that? Like what Tom said? You think we're seeing that money again for Fab after another year? Later, I'll drive you there. I'll go get a license. I'll go get my license.
And yet you want to keep Henderson. That's the illogical part. So why do you want to keep Henderson then?
I didn't say I want to keep Henderson. I said whether he leaves or not, I'm not really asked. If I had to choose, I'd probably keep him around for squad depth and experience. I think he offers more experience and guidance for the young players than Fabinho does. Fabinho, of course, is the better footballer, but he's on a downward slope as well, and he's not great either. You know what I'm saying? And then if we get rid of both of them, we're left with Thiago, who's barely going to play. So in terms of
at the bottom of the slope already. If Fabinho is on the slope,
yeah, they're both crap. They're both crap. Like it or not,
it's not the same. Henderson is not the same as Fabinho.
But yes, certain shit stinks more than others, and Hendo stinks the most. I
get it.
I get it. Like,
so why are you trying to keep the stinky?
I'm not acting like I said Henderson's a baller, bro. I'm saying the leadership qualities that we have in our team, in our midfield, there's not much of it if we get rid of both of them. So we want to keep one of them. If you want to,
and I'd rather keep Fabinho if given the choice. Okay, because that's the logical thing.
But I'd rather, again, if both of them, if we're talking money wise, if the money don't matter, I'm keeping Fabinho also. But if I'm seeing 40 million plus for Fabinho, see ya, and I'll keep Henderson for a year, and I'll go bring in experience myself. We'll go bring in Paulinho,
If you want to go from the business perspective, you want to hear the unfortunate reality. From a business perspective, club's going to sell both. That's business. Because
that's not smart business, because where's the experience? Because then everyone complains about Thiago. Okay, you're on my side of the Thiago thing, Hassan. Yeah,
yes,
we're on the
I
same
want him to stay 100%.
But Thiago, if we're going by the fact that he's barely going to play, then what experience is left in this midfield? We're not moving forward.
No, but him barely going to play is also a positive thing. because I don't want him to get injured. Like
why am I hearing stuff like Caicedo and Lavia? One's 20, one's 19. Allow me. Just allow me.
Question,
if you want to compete, bring in some experience. If you're getting rid of experience, bring in experience.
No, but we agree on that part. I'm just shocked you actually are contemplating keeping Henderson. That's the crazy part.
What experience did our original challenging squad have? So when we were actually, good and like from 2017 to 2020, when that squad all came together, what experience did those players have?
No, we got to the Champions League final. That was the experience.
So are you telling me that McAllister, who's got to a World Cup final and won the World Cup, Dominic Szoboszlai, who's won countless titles, won domestic cups with Leipzig? I'm not saying that it's experience at the same level, but then I compared it to what we had in the midfield last time, which was Henderson, whose experience was a Carling Cup, Wijnaldum, whose experience was Dutch League and relegation, and Fabinho, who had the most experience, which was one league title. Yes, on paper, it looks like the midfield is losing experience, but because the rest of the entire squad is gaining experience, plus we get the added benefit of having a Thiago who is provides the winning mentality for about 3 because he's won so much shit. He provides that to cover 3 players. This whole thing about experience, it doesn't really sit with me in the sense that
experience works when you're on an upward slope. Right now, we're on a downward slope. And that's what I'm saying right now. Yeah, of course, I hear the logic in what you're saying. I actually agree with that in terms of the experience before that 2017-2018 season, before we went for the Champions League final. But at the end of the day, Salah was the best Salah we've seen. One of the best Salahs we've seen. Firmino in his prime. Mane in his prime. Virgil van Dijk, or just on the cusp of being one of the best defenders we've ever seen at the club. Robbo, a revelation. Trent coming through. Compared to now, Robbo on a downward slope. Salah, due to not, he must be an Android if he goes and scores and gets another 40 GA, which he probably might get anyway. There's no more Firmino. We're taking a gamble with Darwin Núñez. Jota, Diaz is coming back from injury, still has to prove himself. Jota coming back from injury, still has to prove himself. Gakpo looks like he's pretty good, to be fair. Defensively, Virgil van Dijk, without a DM, suspect. Joe Gomez, don't want to talk about it. Trent Alexander-Arnold, still, again, brilliant, fair enough. Robbo on a downward slope, word to Sam. And then Joel Matip barely sees the pitch. Konate, injury-prone. It's not the same team around them.
It's not, no. It's been refreshed, which is why I look at it and go, we're back at step 1 of 17-18 where we had no experience. But this time, we have experience. Unlike that season when our only player who'd actually ever won anything meaningful was James Milner. We're going into this season now with, yes, a potentially new-look midfield. But Trent is still going to effectively play in midfield. There's boatloads of experience at 24 as well. Salah won everything you could want. Van Dijk won everything. You can say what you think about his ability now, but he's still got experience. He's still an experienced dad. Alisson, experienced dad. We still have this experience around. The idea that we should potentially miss out on some of these promising young talents that can set us up for 5 years, for 2 to 3 years of experience, that just means that in 2 to 3 years' time, we have 7 or 8 players that we have to replace in one go. It doesn't make sense to me. I look at it and go, I don't think we can win the league next year. I think we'll just miss out to City. So I therefore go, let me go and get these players in now and give them a year of experience. Winning the Europa League would be great experience. Winning an FA Cup would be great experience. Having that first title challenge would be great experience. And we could get it all in now so that next year, when it comes time to actually win the thing, I'm not sitting there going, I don't know about the experience. All the players have it. All the players have it in bucket loads at that point. And I can sit there and be confident in it.
I hear what you're saying. By year 3 in that point, Klopp, if he doesn't renew, he's going to be out the club. Salah will be out the club. Virgil will be out the club. Matip's going to be too old. He'll be gone. Thiago's going to be gone. Trent's going to be the only one with real serious world-class quality. We don't know if Szoboszlai is going to be world-class. McAllister's not a world-class footballer. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, man. I understand what you're saying about nurturing these players and giving them time, but that they'll be experienced, but the crucial winners won't be there anymore. They won't be there. And we can hold on. Let me learn quickly.
Go on.
And at the moment, I'm gonna be real. I want to challenge and I want to win now because, again, the guys that are experienced don't have long left. So this whole bringing it out with the old and in with the new, we shouldn't even be in transition. Told you, I'm on Jurgen this season. I'm on Jurgen. He's got a year left to prove something. I'm on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple because I stand. Go on, son, go on.
No, go on, finish up. Sorry.
What I've seen last year, I don't think we'll replicate. I don't think it will be anywhere near as bad. I think it will be a lot better this year. But where I want the team is, I still think we need that experience to go and challenge and go and win what we want to win. Hassan wants to go for Hassan wants the league next season. He wants the league next season.
Of course I do.
Exactly. So again, if we have a midfield of 6 youngsters, no one above the age of 24, and fair enough, you have Trent and McAllister who are the more experienced ones. You think that's enough to win a league?
No, but that's why I want to keep. Okay, let me say my opinion on this before I run through the super chats. And by the way, there's 500 people watching us. We ain't even on like 200 likes yet, guys. Come on, what's this behavior? Slap the like button now, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. 500 people here. 500 people. We're not on 200 likes. Yalla, slap the like button now. Subscribe to the channel this very second. Let me actually run through the super chats first before I give my opinion, because I'm going to start some fireworks up in this house. Henderson and Fabinho leaving, damn an actual rebuild. But do FSG do enough? They won't. Enjoy struggling to get 5th. Klopp ruthless. Who do you sign? Felipe, first of all, that's the most loaded super chat of all time. Second of all, thank you for the super chat. Third of all, Klopp is being ruthless, which I like. And third of all, I don't know why you think finishing 5th is an insult. If we finish 5th, we get Champions League football. So, hey, hold that. Big up to you, Felipe. Yo, Monts, would you take 700k per week tax-free? Go on.
Don't be so stupid. Of course I would. Of course I would. I wouldn't even blink. I'll be over there before I blink. You must be crazy. Oh,
I'm so glad you answered that, honestly. Big up, Ozan, man. Big up. If you would have said no, I would have literally called you out like live on YouTube right now. Afternoon, everyone. Not losing 6, we're losing 3. Naby, Thiago and Oxlade never been available full season. Liverpool let them go. More incoming. No, I agree. There should be more
the false steps. It was false steps all along.
If we do let Fabinho and Thiago go, but now I'm going to say my honest opinion on it, which is going to cause a couple of people to go wild, but it is what it is. I think keeping Thiago is absolutely integral, regardless of this whole false step thing. And I'm going to mention it now in a second. And I think I want us to keep Fabinho. I'm going to tell you why in a sec. Big up to you, Dinesh. Big up to Paul, who says, Tom, we need a top signing in Caicedo. Show many.
Right. Me and Hassam had a disagreement.
I mean, everyone agrees on this, to be fair.
No, I would. Right. First off, I don't think Caicedo is worth 100 million when Lavia is available for 50. And secondly, I don't think Tchouaméni is available at all this window, unlike you, who believes that he will be available. I sit there and go, I don't see Real Madrid letting him go. Certainly not for less than 100 million. And I don't think we'd pay 100 million. So while I would like a top signing, I also look at it and go, I could complete my midfield and buy players who have the potential to be top signings. And if they don't reach that potential, guess what? Because they're wearing a Liverpool shirt, I'm still going to make a profit on them. If we get Koné for 25 million and he has 2 years where he's in and out the side, can't really nail it down, has glimpses, he has 2 years of cater form, basically. We're still making 30 million, 40, 30, 35 million on him because he's playing for Liverpool and because it's, just everything around it. I mean, for fuck's sake, we got 25 for Brewster.
I hear where you're coming from. I'm going to give you my opinion on the situation now. Before I do that, as I said, guys, like the video, subscribe. Big up to Ryan, big up to Qusay, big up to Clay, Felipe, Ozan, Dinesh, and Paul for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all liking. Make sure you're all subscribing now. This very second, yalla, like, subscribe. 200 likes minimum. Now, here's my thing. I think the base level of this argument, first of all, I'm so disappointed in Monts because I actually agree with 90% of what he said. I just want to, I want to fight him because he said he would choose to keep Henderson over Fabinho. That's the one thing that's rattling my... You
actually agreed with 9% what I said.
He's rattled the shit out of me. But here's the thing. This goes down to one thing. Do you want Liverpool to win the league next season or do you not want them to win the league next season? If you're sat here talking about rebuild mode and all this BS, then the only question I've got to ask you is, if you want to rebuild, why are we selling Henderson and Fabinho? Go sell Mo Salah then. Go sell Van Dijk. Let's properly rebuild since you want to do this whole rebuild thing.
That money.
Don't give me 5-6 win now players and come tell me rebuild. I'm sorry, but I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm not gonna get involved in all this unnecessary buzzwords. This buzzwords, process, phase, rebuild. Ain't no rebuild with Alisson. Ain't no rebuild with Trent. Ain't no rebuild with our centre backs. Ain't no rebuild with Robertson, with Thiago, with Salah, with these guys. This ain't no rebuild team. What are we doing here? Why are we sat here talking about rebuilds like we've got an average age of 16?
It's not the correct term.
No, I'm going to finish. When it comes to Henderson, I'm selling him tomorrow for 1 million. I'd sell the guy for 1 million tomorrow. Forget price tag. And now I just want to say one thing. There's a third scenario that scares the crap out of me. We're talking about what if we sell Henderson and Fabinho? And there's a third scenario where no one's talking about. If somehow we mess around with Al Ettifaq too much and we insist on getting 20 million, they walk away from the deal and we end up selling Fabinho only. That is when I will be absolutely devastated if we sell just Fabinho and we keep Henderson, because that'll be the biggest mistake of this whole transfer window, making that decision. So for me personally, all this rebuild talk is BS. I want us to sell Henderson and I want us to keep Fabinho because I think Fabinho still has a lot to offer. And I think with Fabinho, right, I want to see how he performs next to a Szoboszlai and next to a McAllister. Guy's been stopping 20,000 counterattacks every single game. Let me give Fabinho 3, 4, 5 counterattacks to stop and let me see how he deals with it, because I believe he can. And I believe with Trent next to him in that inverted role, he 100% can do a job for Liverpool Football Club. Now, what I don't want to happen is for us to be having to sell every single experienced player because from a business perspective. I'm not an accountant. I know for a fact that we're sat here arguing our opinions, but you want to hear the truth. In reality, Tom's right. But the Tom's right is the wrong, if you get what I'm saying. And I'll tell you why.
What?
I'll tell you why.
That made no sense.
I'll tell you why. Because we're sat here arguing.
He will jump through whatever hoop he wants to just to not give me credit. I've nailed it. And he just said, no, I'm right, but I'm not right.
So you don't understand. Let me tell you. We're sat here arguing. We know for a fact if Liverpool Football Club were offered 40 million for Fabinho, they're selling. Right?
Yeah, I said later. Yeah.
No, Mons, I'm saying forget our opinions. I'm saying as the club, they would sell for 40, right?
I think they sell for a little bit higher. I think they push a little around that region, though. Let's just say around that region.
Yeah, so they'd sell, right? Tom, you agree as well, right? Yeah, so they're looking at it from the business perspective of I bought Fabinho, I played him for 5 years, and I'm about to sell him for the same exact price. So they're looking at it from that perspective. I'm looking at it from the perspective of I want to win the league next season. Because I want to win the league next season, I don't give a damn about the business perspective. I'm trying to win this league. And I think this is our window. City have just come off a treble. They're not going to be that motivated to win the league again. And Arsenal are not ready for the smoke. So that's why I want us to keep Fabinho. I hope I've explained myself well.
I mean, a lot of the chat seem to think we're in a rebuild. Less than a year after challenging for a club.
I don't sit there and say it. Rebuild isn't the right word. People don't use the right word for it.
Standards.
We have too many good players to be in a rebuild. What we are doing is retooling. We are supposed to be retooling, which is what most clubs are supposed to do every single summer. We just decide to not do it some summers, so then our retool ends up looking like a rebuild. Rebuilds are when you sell your best players. We're not selling our best players. We're selling people that aren't good enough anymore. The rebuild will come in 2 years' time when Salah, Van Dijk, the likes of Thiago and that, we're making our big decisions on what we do with them because they're in that age bracket now then. But we are retooling right now. A retool for us, I don't want it to be a situation where we make the rebuild even bigger in 2 to 3 years' time. Because it's already big now.
That's what I want to know, selection.
The rebuild's already big now. We're going to have to work on replacing a centre-back who's been at the heart of our defence for the past however many years. Salah, who's been arguably our best player under Jurgen Klopp. Robertson, who's been an ever-present. A lot of key players are going to be going at the same time. If I'm then adding another set of midfielders on top of that, because we've, brought in experience, then we're going to have to look at bringing in 6, 7, maybe even 8 players in one window. We do that, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to go down well. We'll sell ourselves short in multiple areas and we will fall behind. What we need to do is make sure that we are always competitive in one or two key areas. If we do the midfield's set for 5 years. The attack is pretty much set for 5 years. It just comes down to what you do with that right wing.
And if Darwin performs as well, let's add that in there.
Even then, though, I back Gakpo, Diaz, Jota to still be a top 4 level attack. But then you then have to look at your defence. We now got to look at the defence again because the defence is not future-proofed. Why would I also not future-proof my midfield? So that when it gets down to it in 3 years' time, I need to address 5 to 6 areas in one go. We know
but
this.
Tom, your scenario is a kindergarten scenario, though. Like you've done too much. You've just gone kid. That's the problem. We need some experience in there. It can't be all
okay.
kid.
Like you said, we are adding. We've still got Thiago, McAllister's experience, Szoboszlai's experience. You like to use that argument when it benefits you. At the end of the day, adding Lavia, yes, he's not the most experienced. Manu Kone, yes, he's not the most experienced. Thuram, yes, he's not the most experienced. They're going to gain that experience with us. And let's be honest, I'm not going to wheel out Manu Kone for Man City or Thuram for Man City. I'm going to wheel out Thiago for it. I'm going to wheel out McAllister. I'm going to wheel out my experience for them games. And let's be honest, Sam, you would much rather see the younger legs in there partnering Thiago than experienced heads that we have at the club currently. I know you do.
No, but Tom, you're doing too much, though.
How much?
You've essentially signed 6 kids. We cannot do this as well this way.
6 kids? Well, how is 24 a kid?
Okay, sorry, not 6 kids. Okay, I think what I said sign.
Okay, one 24-year-old
relying on 6 kids.
No, one 24-year-old and 5 kids.
20, right, so you're signing 22. In my world, where I'm going...
Is Lavia a kid?
Lavia's a kid, yeah.
Kone, is he a kid?
No.
Oh, he's just going to be disingenuous.
He's 22. He's 22 a kid now.
Oh, my.
He's literally in the under 21 Euros, Tom. Behave, man.
No, Sandro Tonali, but you wouldn't have called him a kid, would you?
No, but Sandro Tonali's played 900 years in the Serie A already.
Manu Kone's made over 150 career appearances.
I'll check that statistic now and I'll apologize if
Let me double check it.
You've just fucking made that up.
He's made over 100
You just made that up.
No chance. He made over 100 easily.
No, you said 150.
126. 126.
Where do you get that from?
Transfer market, it's easy. He's made.
Are you counting to lose 2?
Yes. Why would I not count to lose? You're counting Brescia.
You're counting to lose 2.
No, I'm not counting to lose 2. He put fine. Then I'll discount to lose 2 where he played 2 games. He played 2 games.
No, that's a lie. He played 19 games for Toulouse.
No, he didn't. I've got it right here. FC Toulouse 59 games and Borussia Mönchengladbach 60. That is what 119 games.
Yeah, remove 19.
119. Let's go have a look at Thuram as well. Let's go have a little look at Thuram. I hear the argument with Lavia because it's 29. I think it's 31.
No, but it's too much inexperience though at the top level.
And then I just go back to what it was when we last set up. Wijnaldum's experience at the top level was a relegation with the Newcastle team.
No, but we are a different club at that time.
We're a different club at that time.
We were a different club. We were fighting for top 4. I'm trying to win the league, Tom. Of course, we're a different club. At the time, Tom, we weren't even an established top 4 team. Are you mad? Remember when we got top 4 just over Arsenal final day? Wijnaldum goal against Middlesbrough. You forgot. We literally weren't even an established top 4 club.
Brother, Kefren Thuram's made 141. I'm sorry, I'm not hearing that Kefren Thuram and Claudio Kone are kids. They're not kids.
I said, I want us to get Lavia.
Kids is a stretch, but they're nowhere near proven.
That's fine. They're not proven.
Thank you. Fine. Okay, Halas, we changed it. We changed the thing.
Yeah,
so now
the kids thing was too far. We went too far on the kids thing, Tom.
But then again, I will throw it back to the. I'll throw it back. Why do I need proven players when I already have? These players
I want to win the league.
No one
needs to
win the league.
Oh my God! Can you let?
I want to win the league.
Why do I need my 4th and 5th choice to be proven?
Because
I want to win the league.
Because wait. Who is proven? The only who's proven in our midfield already?
Thiago, McAllister, Szoboszlai.
Thiago barely plays. Who's the other ones?
McAllister.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Szoboszlai.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not proven. He's not proven for Liverpool. He's not proven. We don't know. We don't know.
Then, so we have no proven players.
We have no player, but we do not know what Szoboszlai we're gonna get. We don't know that.
We don't know what any player we're gonna get is.
No. But I'm telling you, listen. If we get rid of 6 midfielders and bring in 5 midfielders, or we even bring in 6 midfielders, we do not know what we're gonna get.
Months. Let me ask you a question.
That's a Chelsea thing.
No, that's fine.
That's the chemistry. He's going to have to learn to play with each other.
That is fine. Let me ask you a question real quick. Would you sign Moises Caicedo?
I'll be real. I'm even about that one. I'm about that one. He's got obviously the Brighton experience, but even he's only had one good season. It depends who we take out to bring him in. If we're getting rid of all our experience and just bringing in Caicedo, yeah, on paper it looks great, but it's like I'm sitting there thinking.
This is the thing for people in the comments. You do realise Moises Caicedo's only played 15 more Premier League games than Lavia, and we sit there and call Lavia inexperienced.
Exactly. Am I here calling?
No, but they're both inexperienced. They're both.
But then why is the narrative that Caicedo comes in and saves the midfield?
I didn't. Wait, when did I?
When did we say that?
You did, Mons. I'm not saying you did.
At the start of the stream, I said Caicedo. I said Caicedo, bringing in a 20-year-old when we get rid of our experience, give me a break. That's the thing I said.
Yeah, he said Caicedo's 20, allow me. He said
which is why I said, I'm not saying it to you, Mons.
Okay,
you're speaking in generalities. Listen, if you're talking about go argue with that guy, not us. Tom is so annoyed because he knows we're right. Tom, here's the thing. Lavia, I want to get. Wait 1 second. Let's shake hands. Me and you both want Lavia. Let's shake hands and say get Lavia.
We all want Lavia. No, we all Lavia is a great player.
Yeah, okay. So Mons also wants Lavia, right?
Yeah, I'll take Lavia, bro.
Okay, perfect.
I just don't want to get rid of everyone. I just don't want to get rid of everyone.
All 3 of us want Lavia. Now, what I'm saying, because I'm trying to win the league, the next midfielder I get in, Tom, if I do sell Fabinho and Henderson, needs to be someone of age. And when I say of age, I don't mean a 30-year-old, at least a 26-year-old who's played plenty of football. I don't need no 21-year-old, 22-year-old.
Who then?
Amrabat.
No.
Why are you so mad at that suggestion? Why are you so mad? He's 26.
You've just sat there, stone face, and said to me, the players you said don't have experience at the top level. When Sofian Amrabat's top level experience is fucking Fiorentina. What are we doing?
And our European final and World Cup semis.
Oh, so that pushes him over the edge, does it?
If you're telling me I could have anyone,
the age, he's leaning more towards his age and how long he's been in the game, as opposed to the highest level he's played at. Because at the end of the day, there are men who have played in the World Cup and got to a decent stage in the World Cup. You can't exactly call them stellar experience. Do you know what I'm saying?
The issue is you're just going to constantly keep having to readdress the midfield if you don't do it.
No, but if we over readdress the midfield, then we're just going to look like Chelsea, or we're going to look like Arsenal, where
we're doing the Chelsea thing. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, it's not a get rid of 5.
Tom, your world is Chelsea
2.0. Tom, you're right. Tom, no, Tom, you are right over the span of 4 windows, not over the span of 1 window. You can't do that and expect to have ambitions to win the league or to even challenge for the league when the oldest midfielder is 24 and you've let go of all your experienced midfielders, and the most experienced one that you want to keep barely plays. It's not logical.
And Tom, by the way, I just want to say one thing to the comments because I want to fight them before you go. You know, all the comment section going like, oh, Hussam is crazy. I want Barella. I want Kimmich. You think any of us wouldn't take Barella and Kimmich? Every single one of us is taking Barella and Kimmich. But you know what? Everyone. We don't live in utopia. We live in the real world. We know Kimmich ain't joining no damn Liverpool unless we're going to put 150 million on the table. We couldn't even afford Jude. You think we're going to afford Kimmich? You think we're going to afford Barella? Barella's negotiations, according to the Italian journalists, the negotiations start at 100 million euros. So of course, I'm being realistic. I want Barella. I want Kimmich. Give me Kimmich and put the Premier League title on my name. I will go on every channel and say we're league champions directly if you give me Kimmich. But I'm also being real. We cannot afford that. We can't afford that. And speaking of comment section, 600 people are here. We're not even on 200 likes yet. What is this behavior, Habibis? Everyone right now, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up Paul, Dinish, Ozan, Felipe, Clay, Qusay, and Ryan for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all liking, make sure you're all subscribing right now. Right now, stop what you're doing. Hit that like button. Slap the like button. Don't just hit it. Slap it before me, Mons, and Tom slap each other. So slap the like button and subscribe to the channel right now. So Tom, I hope you have understood our argument.
I've understood it, but I don't agree with it because the issue with Chelsea's one was they brought in players who, they brought them in January. The majority of the crap ones came in January and had all during the summer window, mid-pre-season tour, which is an awful time to bring them in. And they had no pre-existing chemistry. They were throwing shit against the wall, hoping something would stick. And then the ones that actually did have a bit of transfer strategy came in January in a Chelsea team that was just so tumultuous. I don't think Chelsea is the right example to use. I look at it and go, straight away, Kone and Thuram have chemistry. They play together at youth level. They play together for the French team at youth level. They're best friends. They have chemistry. They will be okay together.
But they're not going to play together. They're going to be fourth or fifth choice.
Why would they not play together?
Maybe fourth or fifth choice. It'll be one or the other.
Exactly. No, they're fourth or fifth choice. So they'd come in off the bench or when we need to rotate.
Maybe
because they're fourth or fifth choice.
I don't know if they'll be playing together, but
in my eyes anyway, Claudio Kone is second behind Lavia, and Kevin Thuram is second behind Szoboszlai. It's not like they're battling for a position which already has a lot of competition in it. They will come in.
So let's say that's our midfield. So we're saying we'll have Szoboszlai, Machin, Curtis Jones, Thiago, Kevin Thuram, and Manu Kone.
And Lavia.
That's too much. There's no experience at all. There's zero experience. Like,
some point you can say and Lavia like he ain't 19.
Exactly, like he's and Lavia, like he did something.
Experience.
All right, the second
you know what's mad? We don't even have a set front three. No set front three, and all the people behind them no experience.
Listen, what happens when we need to see our game?
Bring on the players for it. You bring on Thiago. The thing is, you lot are doing all this experience. Where did that get us fucking last season? Fabinho
no, but that's experience without
Henderson
quality.
Was dog wank.
That's because all we played was experience and crap and experience.
Yeah. That's experience.
Why didn't the experience win last season? Why didn't they win last season?
We want experience with quality, not without, Tom.
Yes. You want a mix of all of them, man. And how about this? When it comes to buying youngsters, yeah, you actually need maybe one or two around the squad that are gonna help them bed in as well. Like if we actually get rid of Hendo and Fabinho, and so who's gonna help these midfielders when shit hits the fan? Because when you have younger players, when you have younger players, what's the word I'm looking for? Inconsistencies are guaranteed. Inconsistencies, that's the one. You're guaranteed to be inconsistent at some point. These players are going to go through bad patches, and then who kind of comes in as the experienced one to say, hold on, put your arm around you, hold on a minute. Do you know what I'm saying? In that midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, for me, if you need to get rid of the experience, you need to bring in
why does the experience have to be in the midfield, by the way? Why can it not just be, we have a lot of experience in the defence, we have a lot of experience in the attack.
Yeah.
That can surely, bear in mind, you've got Thiago as well, who we don't want to play next year. So his role next year would basically be a glorified fucking little team talker, basically. He'd be a team talker. He'd be sitting there just guiding the players. That's what we want his role to be.
Thiago's our best midfielder, even with all the players you mentioned. Tom's losing his mind because he's getting pressed.
Tom's playing football. No reason.
Tom is playing football manager. You're saying you don't want him to play, but he's our best midfielder, so we should play.
Tom, have you got ice cream at home?
Tom, you're definitely playing football manager here, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Get a bowl of ice cream and you can eat it on the stream and calm down because you're just mad.
No, because you're not making.
You're doing all this like just getting.
You're contradicting yourself.
Okay,
Tom. Keep contradicting yourself.
You calm down.
Man is saying fix the midfield. Everyone's saying fix the midfield. Like bringing these guys in fixes the midfield. What if they're just young and crap? Like, what if they're just and now we're just like, hope they improve. Like, because let's be honest, out of all when you buy young players, how many of them actually go on to be successful?
That's
long as
that's
we're
fine,
not
months. That's fine, months. But the same energy has to be carried over to the experienced one. Let's say we buy Amrabat and he doesn't adapt.
Go and get someone else. He's 30. He's 29.
Exactly, but you're not going to get resale value off Amrabat. You're going to be stuck with Amrabat.
Oh, but you gave me resale value for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manu Kone and Kevin Thuram, because by the time we'd be trying to resell them, they're 24, 25. Clubs would be willing to take a punt on them to try and revive them.
Amrabat
There's no reviver a
30-year-old club in Italy who'd pay 15 mil for him. Come on.
15 mil. Amrabat is going to cost about 40, 45, and you want to get 15 mil back.
I don't think it'll cost that much.
Should we have a look at the reports? Let's have a little look at how much the reports are saying.
John Bay says, Fabinho go and we sign Lavia. We are effed for good. No, I agree with you. I don't want Fabinho to go. I like how me and Mons agreed on everything except the guy he wants to go. He wants Fabinho to go and he wants to keep Henderson. I'm so disappointed that me and my Montel has said he wants to keep Henderson and sell Fabinho. That's what Montel has said.
No. You're ignoring the context. I said I'm not asked if Henderson leaves or goes. But if I'm seeing 40 M's for Fabinho, that now takes priority. 40 M's plus for Fabinho, we're not going to see that value for him. And again, we know he's 39. They still think he's 29.
So you're an accountant now.
Something like that.
Do you want Liverpool to win or not?
Yes, I want Liverpool to win. Yes.
Okay, so you want Liverpool to win. So why are all you talking about is, oh my God, from a business perspective? Fuck the business. I want to win. Who helps me win? Fabinho or Henderson? Fabinho helps me win. Done.
Bro, I said if we sell Fabinho for 40 M's, I'm hopeful that we go and get a bad boy 6. If we're not trying to bring in a bad boy 6 that's somewhat experienced, then keep Fabinho and tell them to shove their 40 mil.
So the bad boy 6 in Tom Little's world is Thuram, Kone, and Lavia.
No. Hey, I don't. That's not me. That's not me. How about this? I wanted Thuram and Kone before the Szoboszlai Mac 10 stuff was going on. That now that those two are here, the Kone and Thuram thing, I'll take one of them. I'll take one of them, preferably Kone. But like that ship is gone. For me, that ship sailed.
No, but even if it hasn't sailed, you asked a good question. Surprisingly, Mons, you said earlier on, you're like, if in mid game, like Szoboszlai is shitting himself, and we need someone to bring on to calm it down. Who do we bring on? Thuram, who's also shitting himself on the bench. Kone, who's also shitting himself on the bench. Lavia, who's also shitting himself on the bench. Like, imagine we're 1-0 up against. No, let me give you an actual scenario, right? We're 2-1 up against City. It's the 88th minute. We need someone to calm it down. Szoboszlai's shitting himself. He just had 2 rosy clearances. And who do we bring on? Thuram, who's shitting himself on the bench as well. It makes no sense.
No, Sam, because this falls apart with you two. This falls apart with you two because your options are bringing on Henderson and fucking Fabinho.
No, Fabinho, not Henderson.
I'll bring it.
Mons wants to keep Henderson. Mons wants to keep Henderson.
No, but Mons is
now you're doing that. So now you're doing that.
If you're going to sit there and try and cook my option, I'm going to cook your
speaking the truth. Why you want to keep Henderson? He's speaking the truth.
Bro, I said keep one of them. Don't sell both of them. Keep one of them. If I'm seeing
you literally said if I had to choose, I'd choose Henderson. Don't backtrack now.
I didn't say I'd choose Henderson. I said I'd lean towards keeping Henderson at the club.
That's another way of saying I'd choose Henderson.
No, I said I'd lean towards it depending on the money. The money is the clear thing that's depending on the money. And if we bring in a bad boy 6 who could do the Fabinho role and more, who is more mobile. If we're not bringing in, let's say, man, I'm saying, if we sell Fabinho,
I'd like to introduce you to
Lavia. Then no,
who runs Big Six Bets. Go subscribe. This accountant runs that. Why are you acting like an accountant?
Let me land. Let Mons Airways land. I said if we're bringing in a DM who's probably got no experience and isn't really on the level of Fabinho, then get rid of Henderson as well. I don't care anymore. I don't give a damn. But I need that's the person who comes in for Fabinho needs to be serious.
Palhinha from Fulham, 27.
Yes. 100%. Even yes.
Tom, would you take
before Ugarte left, I would have taken him as well. Like I'm not saying like Amrabat. Yeah. Amrabat can run as well. He can run too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about Palhinha like him only, like that type of mold. You know what I'm saying? Listen, all I like that. All I'm saying is like what Sam said. If we're in a situation and we want to see out a game, and you're looking at our midfield, and the most experienced guy had started the game, so he probably has to come off in McAllister. The guy we've brought in is panicking, is shitting himself. Half the club still isn't sure if Curtis Jones is in form or if he's actually that good. So there's that as well. Thiago, we don't even know if he's going to be fit to bring off the bench. And then you're talking to me about Kone and Thuram because they're best buds.
No, I'm talking about them because they're quality players who perform.
You're sitting there going, oh, when it gets to the big occasion, they'll struggle, they'll bottle it. Manu Kone has dropped 2 man of the match performances against Bayern Munich. Kevin Thuram got man of the match against PSG. Against the best teams in their divisions, they have performed. They have, and there are stats.
They play those guys 4 games in the season. Welcome to the Premier League. Welcome to the Premier League. Man City is a different monster. And it's not just going to be against Man City. I'm talking about...
But then, I can say the same things about the players that you're recommending or the players that we're trying to keep, because we're trying to get rid of these players because they're not good enough.
Not with Fabinho and Thiago. No, of course not.
Fabinho, I'm seeing Fabinho hype again. Do we just think? Hold on. Are we going to go that last season was just a blip for Fabinho in your eyes? Is that what you're going for?
I'm not gonna lie. I think he's done. But in terms of bringing him on, no. He's done because he can't move, not because he's. Again, he can still with the ball at his feet. Fabinho.
And the last 10 games, Mons, what did you see from Fabinho?
He was all right. He was all right.
Oh, he was all right. So suddenly, when we got proper midfielders next to him, he started playing football.
No. But he was still a shadow though of himself. Like he's 60% of the Fabinho we know. Let's be real.
Okay, would you take 80% Fabinho right now? 80%. Would you take? Would you take 80% Fabinho?
Can he move? That's important. Can he move?
Fabinho, even in his prime, didn't have that much.
If I drop my shoulder, will he fall over?
First of all, you're not making no Prem player fall off, man. Don't think you're that guy. Because you made a bunch of YouTubers fall off. That's going to make some.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
This guy, fam.
If that 80%, if that Fabinho can move a little bit more and he's not burnt out, because it's not Fabinho's fault, overplayed. And at this point, overstayed. But listen, that one. But, you know, I just...
But if you're giving him only just Premier League games, though, just 38 games.
Bro, I said, if Fabinho is not having to play 40 plus games, then he probably will be able to move. And then, you know, I'm not going to be as harsh on him as I was. And if he's even coming off the bench, then you know what? We can talk.
You know, G, I'm going to just say this. I wish you were here so you can dunk on this bozo's head top. He's trying to do Henderson prop, honestly. It's making me sick. Ed says, by the way...
Everything else said you agreed with it, so...
Yes, 90%. No, but the 10% is a heavy 10.
Tom, yeah, heavy burden. I hear it.
It's a heavy 10. It's a 10 that's pivotal. Like, I'm like, no, my brother is disagreeing with me on this big point. Like, it cannot be that me and Mons are saying the same exact thing. But he's going like, I would lean towards Henderson. I'd lean towards punching myself in the face than seeing another hoof. By the way, the next 3 super chats are all in support of Tom Little. Ed says, big up, guys. Tom is right. No, he is not. Our midfield is the only part that needs fixing, not the whole team, a la Chelsea. The new players have hunger and quality. And I hear where you're going with it. And I told Tom I hear too. But at the same time, I have no problem with fixing the midfield. But don't get me a bunch of 22-year-olds to fix the midfield. Get me one old guy at least. Just one. And when I say old, I'm not saying a 30-year-old. Get me a 27-year-old, a 28-year-old. Someone with a bit of experience. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, do that, Ed, my guy.
So then, Sam, I'm going to go by the 2 names that you mentioned. You're going on about experience. What do you mean by the experience? Do you mean I just need to get your I just need the definition. I just need the definition of what experience is for you.
Okay, can I give you a definition of experience? Honestly, Palhinha at 27 has experience compared to Kone at 22. Because he has experience. Just he's off age.
You haven't actually answered my question. You just
age. I'm saying it's age. He's off age.
He's older.
Of course, but older matters in football, Tom.
He's older. Okay, right. Who's old in this division? Fucking, should we get Stevie back? He's old. He's got experience.
Oh, you're doing too much.
Age. That's not enough for experience. That's not.
You're doing too much. I didn't say go time Busquets.
Hold on, no. Let's go by Seamus Coleman and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Who do you think has more experience is worthwhile for Liverpool?
See, no, I'm not even going to answer that.
What do you mean? Look, he's not going to answer. The moment I prove
because you're being disingenuous because you know that's not the point. Don't lie to the audience.
Fine, I'll go back. I'll go to Fulham. Who has more experience that's relevant for Liverpool? Kenny Tete at Fulham or Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool?
Okay, once again, we just explained to you. We're saying quality and experience, not experience alone.
But you haven't answered what the experience is. You've just said age. So should we just buy old?
No, that's not.
I said age and experience, but
You
have
said
quality.
that.
You said that from the start.
You've changed what experience is.
Let's go to what we want and what we prefer. For Liverpool to go forward, we need to, if we're looking at the Prem, because I think, Tom, you're looking from a rebuild process standpoint, and me and Hassan are looking from we want to win now.
Yes, I want to win.
That's the stand.
Guess what?
We're looking at this from different standpoints. If we're in a rebuild, get rid of the big boys. Get rid of them.
Get rid of Salah. Why don't we set Salah if we're in a rebuild?
I said earlier, we are not in a rebuild. We're not needing
why are we
to
bringing
rebuild.
in 6 players and the oldest one is 24?
Yes.
That doesn't mean it's a rebuild, does it? That doesn't mean it's a rebuild. At the end of the day, McAllister and Szoboszlai are top players who top clubs wanted. Are you saying if Newcastle brought in Szoboszlai on top of who else they bring in? Aren't they rebuilding? Are they rebuilding? No, they're not. At the end of the day, a rebuild would be selling our best players. We are retooling. We are retooling, and I am trying to prepare this club. I am going for 1 year where I don't think we will win the league, to have the midfield basis and the midfield core to set us up to win 5.
The attack won't be good enough.
You're going for 2-year window of where we should win one of each, a Champions League and a Premier League, and then year 3 when we get to the summer of 2025 and Salah, Van Dijk, Klopp, Robertson, all them are gone. You want to do a full-on rebuild and under a new manager, which means
we do a full-on rebuild, but the midfield will be ready.
Era's right.
Palhinha will be 30. Palhinha will be 30.
Tom, you want to win?
Ready?
Tom, you want to win the league in 2027?
No, I want to win the league in 2025.
But that's not how life works, Tom.
That's in like 2 years.
It's next season.
Okay, Tom, logically speaking, forget emotion. You want to build you want to rebuild fully the midfield now. That's your logic. So me and Mons are saying, okay, so next summer we're gonna have to rebuild the defense the way you're rebuilding it. And the summer after, we're gonna have to rebuild the forward line the way you're rebuilding it. And then by the time this whole process shit is ready, it's gonna be 3 years. But instead of that, let me use the idea
to rebuild the attack.
Guys and win now.
No. Because rebuild the attack would mean I'm selling multiple attackers. In a year and a half time, 2 years time, I should not need to sell Núñez, Gakpo, Diaz, or Jota. I just need to sort out the replacement for Salah. It's a big ask, but yes, that is it. That's also rebuild. The defense. The defense is.
That's it.
The defense is a rebuild. I'll give you that one because you need to replace Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson. That one I'll give you, but I'm not having the attack needs a rebuild. Me and you have differing opinions on rebuild. That's what I've gathered so far. Me and you have differing opinions on what a rebuild is.
So you're just trying to change definitions to win an argument on YouTube.com.
No.
Mr. Diaby to Villa, by the way. Sorry.
Diaby to Villa? Oh,
yeah.
That was my Salah replacement.
Oh, look.
I don't get why all these people
talent ID, my friends, that I are signing for Aston Villa. Yo, if I see like a Brighton go in for like Thuram or something, Tom, I will call your phone.
Once we've just bought from Brighton. So their talent ID must be good if they're
true. Brighton was a bad example. Actually, let me not lie.
I don't get why all the people are agreeing with Tom as well.
Musa Diaby.
Do you guys not want to win the league? Honestly, do you guys not want to win the league? Like, what are we doing?
I want to win the league. This is what I'm saying.
No, Hassan, because you're acting like it guarantees you win the league next year. I'm doing it so I have guarantees of future success.
So who's going to beat me? Fucking Arsenal, Tom?
Man City?
They don't have motivation like that.
Look at this again.
I want quality, experience, and youth in my 7 midfielders or 6 midfielders. Right now, we have our quality in Szoboszlai, Matt 10, and Thiago. We have our experience in Thiago, Fabinho, and Henderson. And we have our youth in Stefan, Curtis Jones. And you could even argue Szoboszlai as well. You can mix Szoboszlai in there if you want because he's 22. You can even, again, unless we're seeing Trent in this midfield,
which we won't.
Yeah, it might be a box. We might not see him. Klopp might go with the box. We don't actually know yet. Yeah, me and Hassan think Klopp's going to revert back to type when he gets the opportunity. Yeah, but bro, just get rid of one of the experience. If we're getting rid of both of them, or even because let's not act like Thiago went linked away again today. Let's not act like we didn't see that today.
No, I'm not trying to sell. I wouldn't sell Thiago under any circumstances.
Oh no, yeah, under no circumstance. But I'm saying I wouldn't want Fab and Hendo to go. Sell one of them.
Yeah, sell Henderson. Keep Fabinho.
Like
almost from a business perspective, we're not accountants. We're supporters of Liverpool Football Club. I'm trying to win, bro. All this guy. I've got one guy who wants to sell Fabinho over Henderson. The other guy wants to buy 5 22-year-olds. It's insane. It's insane what's happening on the stream. It's insane. That's why 500 people are stuck to their seats watching this. We've got Hussam, who's the usual voice of reason, and 2 crazy people on the stream. That's why people are stuck here. So like the video and subscribe. Tom,
please just reiterate to the people. Please just reiterate to the people who your dream midfield signing is this summer.
Dream? Barella. Everyone knows this.
Is it not the Real Madrid person? No.
Barella is number 1. I've already said.
But Tchouameni's one of them dream signings. Like he'd be your dream Fabinho replacement, should we say?
Oh yeah.
But
at 22. Hold on. Is Aurelian Tchouameni also 22?
Let me dunk on him. No, Hassan, let me dunk on him. I've never heard Hassan say that we sell Fabinho and bring in Tchouameni in the same window. You keep Fabinho for a year and let Tchouameni play under him, learn the role, and then he can take over.
Yes.
Montel Brown. Let me show
learn under Tchouameni.
Let me show you a lovely little tweet from Don Hassam 6.
Oh, okay.
6 hours ago. 1 minute past 1. Don Hassam 6. This was hours after the Fabinho news. Tweeted, "Get your money ready, John W. Henry, for Aurelian Tchouameni."
I saw that.
First of all, you liar. Tchouameni is 23 years old. Second of all,
23 now. Sorry.
Second of all, your favorite manager of all time. 1 second. Your favorite manager of all time, Jose Mourinho, went on Sky Sports. He was like, there is the young, and then there is the young. There's young people who have played so much football. They're so experienced at the top level. Not for Borussia Mönchengladbach and Nice and Toulouse too and fucking Brescia. I'm talking about the top level, the top echelon of football. Tchouameni has played a World Cup final, the most difficult game of football you can play in your career. He's played it. And he has represented Real Madrid, which is even bigger pressure than representing Liverpool Football Club.
That's fine.
Where do we go from here?
I just want to know why you're acting like playing for Borussia Mönchengladbach for 2 years in the Bundesliga means he's inexperienced and won't be able to handle it.
I'm saying I would not risk it on 5 22-year-olds who are not experienced at the top level. McAllister,
but you're willing to risk it on a 26-year-old from Fiorentina and a 19-year-old from Southampton.
I just gave that as an example. Why are you so like holding?
No, because right, okay. What are you doing? What are you doing for the rest of the summer?
Me personally, I'd sign Palhinha and Lavia in a realistic world if Fulham bring down the Palhinha price tag.
Right, okay.
If you're telling me like khalas, you can do anything you want, I'm doing Tchouameni Lavia. That's what I'm doing.
No, but we'll go realistic. Palhinha and Lavia. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Palhinha played. I'm just gonna double check here. Palhinha stats. How many appearances did he make last season? He made. Because you're going about experience at the top level. I assume you don't think that the Portuguese league is the top level, considering all the shit I got for Amorim and Pedro Gonçalves, etc. So, he made 35 appearances in the Premier League last season, and he's made 8 in the Champions League in his career. What does that equate to? That equates to 43. 43 appearances at the top level for you, Hassam, is the experience that you want.
Okay. Who did he play for in the Portuguese league?
Sporting.
That's experience.
You hold on. Hold on. You're not going to change this now because the last 4 or 5 months, who's been getting on my neck on Sporting isn't a good enough level for Liverpool.
No. That was for Amorim. Don't change the argument. That was for Amorim.
But it still stands. Are you saying
no? It doesn't stand. Manager and player is 2 different things.
Oh, it's 2 different things. So
of course, it's different. Of course, Tom.
Look at
you want the Sporting Lisbon manager to become the Liverpool manager. I want the sporting player to become the Liverpool player. And by the way, since you're the fucking Sporting Lisbon stan on this channel, you bozo, you know, since you've got half a brain about you, why don't you recommend Pedro Goncalves, who's 25?
I did recommend him months ago.
Oh, so all you want is all these bunch of kids. Why don't you get Goncalves then, who's 25?
I recommended him months ago.
Okay, so why are you now going like Kone, Thuram?
Because I have a Pedro Gonçalves profile in Szoboszlai. I don't need another one.
Oh, here we go, this fucking profile talk, honestly. I'm so sick of this fucking
Aren't Thuram and Kone a similar
No, Thuram for me plays on the right, and Kone goes at the left or DM. I wouldn't trust Thuram at DM. Not unless you were to commit to training there for 3 years. Kone can play DM. I wouldn't trust Kone as the most advanced midfielder.
Okay.
You know, let me just.
Would you get rid of both Fabinho and Henderson?
If I get offered 55 million, yeah.
What, for both of them?
For like 40 for Fabinho, 45 for Fabinho, and 10-15 for Hendo. I'm selling them both, yeah.
That's so you would then, because that's basically the 40 million.
Yeah. I don't know how much we're gonna get for Hendo, but yeah, ideally, yeah, I'd sell both of them.
And would you? And if we sell both of them, are you with me and saying you need to get an experienced 6, or
I'm sitting there going,
the 3 kids,
or are you actually trying to sell Fab and Hendo and get into Ram and Kone? Just
I'm willing to sell Fab and Hendo and get to Ram, Kone, and Lavia. Yeah.
Okay, let me just read the super chat before we wrap up. This guy's gonna drive me mad. Felipe says, Thomas speaking facts, fix the midfield now before your attack defense decline. Then you're in real mess. Hussam, 3 days off now, crazy weeks ahead. I don't take no days off. I'm gonna be live on YouTube, inshallah. Tomorrow I've got more lives than you can ever. I've got straight facts, and then Battle of the North, and then me, Tom, Ben, and Kurdish, and then I've got on Monster's channel, and then at night I've got Al Ahwa. Tomorrow I've got so much YouTube work. I don't know when I'm gonna eat, so I'm not taking no days off. And all this, Tom is right. Tom ain't right. Tom is 100% wrong. That's the reality.
Hassam, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question right here, right now. What would you rather plays for you with DM? Someone who is experienced but lacking in ability, or someone who is lacking in experience but has the ability?
Ability over experience all day, every day.
So exactly. So you just backed up my points?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Because you're not choosing the upper echelon of youngsters. You're acting. Why are you acting like no? Sorry, because we have to get to the bottom of this. Why are you acting like you chose Kamavinga, and I said no? You're not choosing like the absolute gems. You're choosing risks.
Yes, the risks like any fucking player is.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
At the end of the day, look,
Romeo is way less likely to fail.
So Hassam, I know you're a big fan of Caicedo. I know you are because you said it on streams. I was. You aren't now.
No, I am a big fan of him. I'm not going to change that.
Do you think Caicedo is a risk?
Absolutely, he's a risk.
So then, what are we doing here? You only want to sign old players who aren't risks.
Tom, I don't want
Romeo Lavia,
the average age of our midfield. I don't want the average age of our midfield to be 19, Tom. That's not too much to ask for.
Romeo Lavia compares to 2 of the best DMs from the Premier League last season. He's in that category of the 2 best DMs, arguably in the Premier League last year, in terms of Rice and Caicedo, for defensive duels won, for passing. He's in that level. They are both going to go for 100 million.
Who else is in that level for defensive duels?
It's just them 3. It's them 3.
Who? What 3?
Caicedo, Rice, and Lavia.
What about Paulinho?
It was for under 24.
Under 24.
Oh,
it's an age cap.
Why would I want a 28-year-old? Again, like I said, in 3 years' time, we're going to replace him anyway.
How about that?
Because guess what, Hassam? They're going to get experience by playing at the football club.
But they're not going to be playing in the league, no. But how are they? No. They're not going to be playing because we're going to have 6 midfielders, and Klopp's not really going to rotate the main 3 plus 4.
Months. Do you expect us to win the Europa League next season, or at least go far?
Yes, I do.
Do you expect us to do well in the domestic cups next season? Because we're not in the Champions League.
Give or take.
A quarter final at least in one. One or both
of them. I want to see.
Yeah. That should put us on 50 games in a season. Are you telling me that we're going to start McAllister, Szoboszlai, Thiago for 50 games in a season?
No, we won't. We won't.
If
But
they'll
They'll
Klopp
start
won't
at
replace
most.
them.
They will start at most 30. They'll start at most 30. And Thiago won't even touch that. Thiago will get 15. So we've got to think about who else is going to get their minutes. For Kone, Jones, Thuram, Lavia, and Bajcetic to share 35 starts is fine. Especially because Bajcetic shouldn't even be playing that much. The kid is 18. He's already had a stress injury. You need to relax on the amount of playtime he's getting. You need to relax on the amount of football he's playing in a set period of time. So realistically, I'm down to 4 players. 4 players to separate 35 starts in a 3-man midfield. They're going to play. They're going to get experience. They will be ready for the next season to challenge.
I don't have time for them to get experience. I want someone who already has that so we can win. That's
but
what I want.
Paulinho doesn't have Paulinho's experience at the top level is 45 games.
Okay, I apologize for ever recommending Paulinho. It's a dumb thing. Happy now? Let's just get through the super chat so we can wrap
the
up.
names you suggest don't have the experience you demand.
You suggested 5 21-year-olds and you're sat here talking about winning the league.
I'm not sitting there saying we need the experience. You're saying we need the experience.
Yes, because I want to win the league, Tom. You're the guy who wants to rebuild.
So then give me some actual good experience that isn't 50 games.
No, but I want to keep Fabinho and Thiago to begin with.
Then why are you buying out?
Szoboszlai, McAllister, Fabinho, Thiago, Jones, Bajcetic with Lavia. 100%. That wins them into the league. 100%. Tom, I'm with you. We have tons of experience to help hold hands if needed. Sell Fabinho now. Mohamed Kamara would be another good deal. Selection. I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that you agree with Tom is just this whole new bestie cringe shit you guys got going on. If Tom said the opposite and I was saying this whole Mohamed Kamara crap, you'd have sent in a super chat going like, Tom, you're right. Why should we drop our standards? We need to win the league next season. The same selection guy, hold that as well, because I know you're Jamaican. Hold that, you dunce bat, because you guys lost to Mexico. Hold that. Mexico on your head top selection. Big up for the super chat, though. Thank you. I love it. Big up to Will who says, you guys kill me. Seen a picture of George Schmatka staring at Fabinho? Nope, I haven't seen it personally. But I'm going to check it out, though.
He's just stood against the, like the little net things that we have. He stood against a net thing and Fabinho was like looking at the ball. So you just see it in focus in the background. Schmatka just staring him down.
Okay, I'm going to try find that picture. H, we have experience in other areas. Thank you, Ed, by the way. Kone and Thuram have quality with the midfield of McAllister, Szoboszlai, Lavia. Who's KT?
Kevin
Thuram and MK. Manu Kone will have legs and quality. No, but you're talking about for years to come, which I don't disagree with. Me and Monts agree that for years to come, it's going to be quality. But I'm saying I want to win the league now, my brother. And because I want to win the league now, I want to get Fabinho. That's what I want. So because I have Fabinho and Thiago, I'm going to keep them and sell Fabinho next summer for 20-something million and just keep it stepping. That's it. All this from a business perspective. I didn't study accounting. I studied engineering. We're about winning. Big up to you, Ed. AM says, Sam, can you stop wearing the hat now? LOL. No, I can't. But thank you for the super chat. And just for the super chat here, I'm going to take it off and show you why I still wear the hat, because I look like the Arab Khabib Nurmagomedov. It's just not. It's just not hitting. To be honest with you, it's just not hitting. Felipe says, genuine question: do you sell Salah next summer or extend? It depends on this season. It depends what he does this season. If he's still Mo Salah, then I keep 100%. And finally, Ed says, Hussam and wants to roll out the Zimmer frames. I have no idea what that means. What's the Zimmer frames?
It means you're trying to buy old players. Zimmer frames, what them like walking stick things that they give to old people.
Okay. Fair enough. I hear you, Ed. I still don't get what that means, but I love you though. Thank you for the super chat.
He literally just passed it out of his box and then they just conceded.
Who are you talking about?
Arsenal. The keeper passed it. And he just shot and scored. Just passed it to the other team and scored.
Guys, let me just
inexperience. It's the inexperience.
Before we end the video, I just want to say, let me just call out this comment section. All this loving for Tom Little ain't gonna get you nowhere. Because you see this whole Tom Little, oh my god, blah blah blah. This means nothing. Because you all know that Tom's wrong and we should be winning the league next season. But anyway, we're gonna end it now because I don't want to keep this argument going.
You read You redirected.
I have no idea what you're asking. Private.
He wants you to redirect to Big Six Bands.
to be the big six.
Oh, I done that without you even asking.
Okay, Fizz. Love that, bro.
You disrespectful.
Hey guys, hey, love the Listen Football family. I have to shoot. Listen, these guys are waiting on me.
Tell them
Sam,
where they can find you.
Hey, Sam, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Tell the people what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. Sam, go on, tell the people.
Oh, what we're gonna be doing tomorrow? Tomorrow at 10 or 9 months.
9.
Tomorrow at 9 p.m. UK time, James Redmond, myself, Callum, and Monts are gonna be on Big Six Bands. We're going to be talking about Liverpool Football Club. So stay tuned for that, my guys. Make sure to go check it out at Big Six Bands, the most toxic channel on earth. Go subscribe now. You're going to get redirected anyway as soon as this.
Yeah. But that's tomorrow's show. Today is obviously.
See how Monts didn't even have to ask? I just want to put it out there. Monts didn't have to ask. He just came in here and he was like, "Did you do
experience?" Tom, I think I might be with you with the experience thing now. I might be on your side now.
Go, man! The Big Six guys are waiting. Go.
You was onto something. No, you was onto
Get
something.
your ass out of here, man. Get your ass out of here. You better do the
You're
same
gonna get
tomorrow,
experience.
Man.
Hey, I'm 60 subscribers. I'm 70 subscribers off of 5K. Bye.
Trent Alexander-Arnold thinks LFC have enough to win the league now. Yeah, but I love that mentality from Trent, by the way. Let me put myself on the left. Tom, don't run this channel. Yeah, 100% LFC have enough to win the league. And this is where me and Tom disagree. Like, look, on a reality level, we've got 5-6 world-class players, right? Those 5-6 world-class players, they're not here for all this rebuild crap. We have to also be objective when it comes to this conversation. So even if I want to rebuild the midfield, I do, but I just don't want to do it all in one summer. So I'm trying to get, like the players that we're talking about, but I just want to keep Fabinho. It's not even anything crazy.
Hassam, you've got to look at the club that you're on about. If we don't address the entire midfield in one window, we aren't going to address it ever, because by the time we get to next summer, there's going to be another problem area that has to be addressed before the midfield.
Centre back.
And then the summer after that, there's going to be another couple that have to be addressed before the midfield. And before
I think we could add one more next summer in midfield. Well, just one. Some random guy for 20 million. You can always find one.
But that's not good enough then. I'm sorry, a 20 million guy is not good enough. When I'm in a season where I expect to win the league.
Oh, but the difference between me and you, I think we're going to enter next summer Premier League champions. That's the only difference between me and you. But listen, we will see. I know you're probably hoping I'm right that we do win the league this season anyway. It's not like
I'd love to be proven. I'd love us to win the league.
But yeah, just like I've proven you wrong 500 times already. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight at 11:15 p.m. UK time, inshallah, we're going live again on the channel, joined by Alan, joined by Staffy, to talk Hurricane, to talk Henderson, to talk all Premier League transfer stuff. Habibi, so make sure you stay tuned for that. 11:15 p.m. UK time. We've got a show of all shows. Everyone watching this right now, please don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Big up to AM Will Selection. Hold that, Mexico, on your head top. Big up to Ryan. Big up to Qusay. Big up to Clay, Felipe, Ozan, Dinesh, Paul, Chombe, and Ed for the super chats. I love you all, and we will see you guys. No, we will not see you guys first. Tom Little, where can people find you? How rude of me.
At Tom Little with a 1 on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, the works. Simple.
Go. Check this guy's channel out.
I'm also going on to the Anfield talk for like 15 minutes straight after this. So, if you want to come hear me talk about Hendo more, go there.
Let's go. Okay, fair enough. Yalla. Love you guys. I'll see you guys back at 11.